Hey everyone, it's Daniel, Brother Barbaras. So on my video 9 of the MDT installation compatibility fixes video, I had a question from Atticus Wrong. He said, bro, I make these Windows 11 model number is not working. I created Windows 11 Lenovo, and then the numbers ThinkPad T14 Gen 5. Can you help me? I have 20 models for Lenovo. And I sent him an email. So I asked him a few questions in the email, right? I said, if you press F8 during the initial portion of the task sequence, can you run the following command and give me the model, name, and manufacturer? And he did that. And, we got Lenovo and then the model number. Okay. And he said, can you teach me how to check install drivers? And then this is what problem that I wanted to help him. He said, this problem makes me so that I can't sleep for 3 months. The company puts pressure on me. Please help me. So that's what I'm going to do, Atticus. I'm going to help you, buddy. So what we're going to do is we're going to set up how Lenovo sets up theirs, okay? So the first thing I had you do was get the manufacturer model. We know that the make is Lenovo in capitals, okay? Now, I did take your model numbers here and to find out what they were, and I go here to the Lenovo site and I searched, and it comes up and it tells me this is a T14 Gen 5 ThinkPad, okay, type 21mm, okay? And then the other one that you sent me, of course, was this one here. So I'll go back just like this, paste that, and it tells me that's an X1 Carbon 10th Gen laptop, okay? So I'm going to put this in the text description of the video. Now, for Lenovo's MDT and SCCM drivers, you can go here. You can see this is the SCCM or Microsoft MDT package index. Now, they do have the WinPE drivers here up at the top. And then if you go down here, you'll see the driver packs, okay? So we need to get both of those. And I'm going to show you how we're going to do that, okay? Since we've already established that you have these certain models, okay, and we know what they are now, what I'm going to do is I'm going to do a search for T14 Gen 5. I'm going to say copy, go here to search on the page, find on page. I'm going to paste that, okay, and it shows me 2. Okay, so I look here and I make sure that these are the driver packs, and then up here you'll see it's highlighted again, the WinPE driver, okay? So this is the one we want, right? The 64-bit Win driver. No, what I want to do is I'm going to actually open up here in Edge, okay? And we'll go to that same website on our MDT server, okay? I'm going to click OK here. Since we're going to go all the way to the top here, just click somewhere, and then find on page. Again, we'll do the same thing. T14 Gen 5, paste it. You see this one here. We know that this is the WinPE driver, okay? So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go to our D drive. I'm going to create a new folder. I'm just going to call this drivers. Then I'm going to new WinPE. And then I'm going to go driver packs, okay? Just like that, all right? Now, inside of each of these, okay, I can actually create a Lenovo folder. Since we know that you're just using Lenovo, I'm going to copy these into that folder, all right? So now we've got this. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go into WinPE. I'm going to create new folder, and I'm going to call this 21mm S6FM00, okay, which we found out from your wmit command, right? Then I'm going to create a second one, new folder, same thing. Now I can copy these just like this. I'm going to go to Lenovo, driver packs. I'm going to paste that there. So I have 2 copies of that, all right? Now the first one we're going to get, we can close this. I'm going to get this 64-bit driver. Okay. It's going to show you here versions, what they are. Okay. This is the README. This is the SCCM package for, and then for Windows PE 11, PE 10. So this is the one we're going to look at, right? It says recommended. It's the same thing. Okay. It's the same package, right? So if I click here, click download, okay, click cancel, then click download one more time, and it should open it up, okay? And Lenovo likes to do that. So we're going to save this. Okay, we're going to go to our D drive. We're going to go to drivers, Lenovo, WinPE, and then this is our first one, right? Which it would be our 21mm S6FM00. Copy that there. All right. We're going to go back here. Okay. Then we're going to look for that again. So search, find on page, next one. We had 1 and 2. Here's our driver pack. Okay. So we're going to click on that driver pack, 64-bit. Same thing. We're going to look here for the SCCM package. Windows 10 is fine. We can look for Windows 11 down here. You can see 22H2, 23H2, README, right? And then 24H2. There it is. Okay, so we want this 24H2 version. I'm going to download, click cancel again, and download, and then it should allow you to do that. Give that a second. Save as. We're going to put this under Lenovo driver packs and in that folder. Okay. So we'll let that download. We're going to, in the meantime, we're going to do this second one here. Okay. So we're going to have this X1 Carbon Gen 10th. So we'll go back, go all the way to the top, click somewhere, and then find on page. And then there we go. So we're going to look here. Is this the driver packs? Yes. We're going to go up here one more time. And because we can't find the WinPE with that, what you can do is you can take the first part of this, 21cc, so just the first 4, just like that, okay? And you can see X1 Carbon Gen 10th is what it's called here, okay? And this, if we go all the way to the top, you'll see 21cc again here. Okay, see X1 Carbon Gen 10. Okay, sometimes they forget to put the TH, and that's okay. So we see WinPE, but we know that we're 21cc is our model. So we're going to click this. This will be our WinPE driver. I know this is kind of complicated sometimes. Okay, but that's okay. We're going to click the Windows 11 one, cancel, go back to Windows 11 again, download. Okay, save as, go to Lenovo, WinPE, and we're going to go to our CC4470, save, okay? We'll go back one here again, and we'll go to the next one, which will be down here, and we know this is our driver pack, okay? So there we go, and notice it says X1 Carbon Gen 10th 21cc. So they just did a little misspelling, and that's okay. We just know that as long as we have those first 4 letters of that, will be good. So let's go down to the bottom and see if we have a 24H2, which we do. Here it is. Okay, we're going to download, cancel, download again, save as. We're going to go to our Lenovo driver packs 44700. Save that there. Okay. So this one's almost done, and this one's just behind it, okay? I know this is a lot to take in, but this will help you. So anytime you have a problem trying to find Lenovo drivers, we're going to do that, okay? Now, once that's all downloaded, which should only take a few seconds here, 0, and give that a second to check it. All right, good to go. We can close this. Okay, now we're going to go to drivers, Lenovo, WinPE. We'll go to the top one here. I'm going to shift and right click and say open archive. Okay. Actually, the way that these are set up, right? It's going to ask me, where do you want to into the following folder, right? So what we're going to do is I'm going to take this just like that. I'm going to paste, extract. Okay, give me 1 second. We'll just put drivers here, okay? Extract. That's okay. Finish. Good. So now we have chipset in storage. We can shift, delete that. Okay, let's go back to this one here. We'll do the same thing. Open this up. Next. I accept. Next. We'll go copy this folder. Just like that. Type drivers. Extract. Okay. Finish. And we can delete this. You'll see our network and other drivers. Good. Now let's go back to driver packs. Same thing, top one. We'll copy this. Double click. Next. I accept. Next. Paste. Drivers. Extract. Okay. And of course, that's a lot bigger because that's our driver pack. Give that a moment and I'll be back as soon as that's done. Okay, we're back and that one's done. We can shift and delete that one. If you look inside here, you'll see audio, Bluetooth, camera, chipset, all the drivers that are required. Now we'll go back to driver packs here and we'll go to the second one. We'll copy this, double click, give that a moment. It's 1.6 gigs, so take a second there. Next, I accept. Next, shift or control V to paste drivers. You can see that's all there. Extract. Okay. And now it's going to extract those drivers, and I'll be right back when that's done. Okay, we'll click finish here. We can shift and delete this. Look in the drivers. Got everything there. Looks all good. Okay. So we can close that. Now what we're going to do, since we have that now extracted, we can open up our deployment workbench. Okay. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to go to out-of-box drivers here. I'm going to go new folder. I'm going to call this WinPE. Next. Okay. Underneath WinPE, I'm going to say new folder, LENOVO. Okay. Just like that. Okay. Then I'm going to do new folder, LENOVO, just like this. Okay. Underneath, I'm going to say new Windows 11, just like that. Okay. Now we've got this folder structure. Okay. Now underneath the WinPE driver, I'm going to create a new folder for each one of these. So I'm going to create a folder named this. Good. Next. And then I'm going to create a folder named this. Next. Good. And the same thing underneath Windows 11 here, right? So I'm going to do same folders. So new folder for each one. One and there we go. One. Okay. Now what I'll do, so I'm going to go to advanced configuration. Okay. I'm going to go to selection profiles, click on that. I'm going to go right click, new selection profile. I'm going to call this WinPE or drivers WinPE. Next, I'm going to go to out of box drivers, expand that. And then I'm just going to click on WinPE. Okay. Next, finish. Okay. I'm going to go right click on my MDT deployment share, properties. I'm going to go to Windows PE. I'm going to select x64, drivers and patches. And then I'm going to select my drivers WinPE. and include all drivers from the selection profile. Click Apply. Okay, that's good. All right, so now we're going to import those drivers. So under the WinPE 21mm, so import drivers, click on Browse. Let's go down here to our D drive, drivers, WinPE, and 21mm. There it is. Click OK. Next, next. Let that finish. There's those drivers. Then we'll go to the second one, 21cc, import, browse, D, drivers, WinPE, 21cc, OK, next, next. There we go. There's the drivers that we need, okay, for both of those. Now we're going to go get our driver packs. So import drivers, browse, this PC, deployment share, drivers, driver packs, 21mm, OK, next, next, and let that go, and I'll come back when that's done. Now, as these go through, you may see some yellow, and the reason why is sometimes there's x86 drivers in there, so don't worry about the yellow. It's just a warning. It's not anything bad. As long as you don't see red, you're good, okay? So I'll be back as soon as that one's done. Okay, we're back, and that one's finished. You'll see it populated all those drivers. Good there. So let's do the second one. So right-click, import drivers, browse. We're going to go to our D drive, drivers, driver packs, 21cc44700. Next, next, and the same thing. We'll just wait for that to be done, and I'll come back. Okay, and we're back. Click Finish. We'll see all of those drivers have populated now. Okay, we're good to go. Now you can, if you want to save on space, you can go in here and you can remove those folders now. Okay, if you'd like to. I'm going to leave them there for myself, but that's okay. All right, now we're going to go to our task sequence client, Windows 11. Okay, and I'm going to go in here to task sequence, and I'm going to look for our inject drivers, which is in our pre-install area. Okay, now I'm going to see here, and I'm going to select nothing and all drivers from selection profile for that one. Then I'm going to click on Enable BitLocker. I'm going to click on Add, General, and I'm going to click Set Task Sequence Variable. Okay. Now this variable, I'm going to call it Set Driver Group. Okay. And the task sequence variable is called Driver Group 001. And now what I'm going to do is I'm going to name this Make, like that. Then I'm going to go Windows 11. Then I'm going to say Model, just like that. Okay. And what that's going to do is it's going to automatically do the wmake command. It's going to find the make, which we know is Lenovo. Then it's going to find the model, which, as he showed in his email, it came up as these numbers here. Okay. So I'm going to click on Options, Continue on Air, Properties, Apply. I'll click on Inject Drivers so I can see Set Driver Group is set. Okay. Click OK. Then I'm going to right-click, and I'm going to update my deployment share. I'm going to say completely regenerate because now it's going to add all those drivers to my WinPE area. Okay. So then here it goes. I'm going to wait here, and I'm going to show you when it starts. So changes have been made, of course. Boot image will be updated. Windows PE system root is mounted. It's setting the scratch space, setting everything that we need. It's adding our components that we selected. Okay, give that a moment. And then we'll start seeing the drivers being injected, the WinPE drivers being injected to that boot Win. Okay. Give it just a moment. I'll come back as soon as it starts doing that. Okay, and here it goes. You can see inject driver. It's injecting all of those WinPE drivers, right? Which are just network and chipset drivers that it needs. Okay. Let's give that a moment. Right. And I'll come back. Oh, well, look at that. That was quick, right? So unmounting the WIM. Give that a moment here. And then what we'll do is we'll go into Windows Deployment Services. We'll replace the boot WIM that's there. And then we should be able to deploy a machine. I'll come back as soon as that's done. Okay, and we're back. That's good to go. So start. We want to go to Windows Deployment Services, Servers. I'm going to configure my server because I just set this up so that I could help our buddy here. So I'm going to just say integrated with Active Directory, D, respond to all client computers. Good. There we go. Okay, and then I'm going to go to our boot images, right click, add boot image, browse. I'm going to go to our D drive, deployment share, boot, light touch WIM. That should be a little bit larger now because of all those drivers. Next, 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 and I'll come back as soon as, well, no, that didn't take long. There we go. So now we have our light touch. There we go. Okay. And now you should be able to deploy the Windows 11 24H2. It will go through. It's already installed those WinPE drivers. When it gets to its task sequence, it's going to look for all the drivers for that model. And of course, you can add any of the models that you have, Atticus. Just do so with the numbers you get from that wmit command. The same way I have laid out here. You can just add there. And then each time you add those WinPE drivers, just remember to update the deployment share and re-enable or re-upload that boot WIM into Windows Deployment Services, okay? Because it'll have more drivers each time you do that. All right? If you do run into any problems at all, buddy, please give me another email and we'll go through step by step, okay? I hope that helps, and I hope you can get some sleep tonight. Have a good night.